Hello. You guys don't hear any music because the music is in my head. It is within. Guys, it is a wonderful Wednesday on my side of town, and you have just tuned into and Let's Digest. Guys, it is Wednesday and it is your girl. But before we get started, we already know the routine, right? Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you like this video so that anytime I post new content or come live, you guys get the notification. And you can come have conversations with your girl. So it is just me tonight. And if you watch the title, if you read the title, you would see it says Conversations with Self. So I'm hoping that when you find this video, if you're tuning into this video tonight, that you're by yourself, that you're sitting alone. Yes, I just want to have a conversation with you. Only you, simply you, because I am now still having a conversation with self. But it is something that we still can process together in the comfort of our own privacy, shall I say. So, guys, now that we got that out the way, listen, I don't know. How do you guys feel about yourself? How do you guys feel about conversations with yourself? You know, I'm a country girl. And yeah, I was told, I heard a lot that you don't have conversations or you don't talk to yourself. You don't talk to yourself. You don't do that. And then as I got a little older, because, as you're growing up, you hear or you see, or you catch those adults doing things that they tell you not to do, right? So as I got a little bit older, I was told it's okay to talk to yourself, just don't answer yourself. I don't know. Isn't that kind of the same thing? So I wanted to make sure that I'm clear. Conversations with yourself, communicate with yourself. Why not? Does it make you crazy? Only if you feel like it. Does it make you, I don't know, it makes you whatever you feel because it's a conversation with yourself. So, as you guys know, when we come here to digest things together, it's about life experiences and life in itself. Everything, every waking moment of your life it's an experience. It's an experience with a person, a place, or a thing. And within those experiences or experiencing people, places, and things, they end up combining into events that still include people, places, or things that you have to experience. So, why not take time out to just have conversations with yourself while experiencing yourself with yourself. Now, I know we have those self-care Saturdays. I like to call them self-care Saturdays. So, we have the self-care Saturdays. We have just me time where you may go to the movies or you go pamper yourself or you go shopping. That is all fine and dandy. But in those moments, those events that you do, you're still experiencing people in a place doing a particular thing or purchasing a particular thing that in return makes you feel a particular way. I'm talking about having some quiet time with yourself, doing absolutely nothing, but having a conversation with yourself. Like, don't you guys like, okay. Listen, like when you're with yourself, you can be completely transparent and honest with yourself about what you're feeling, about what you're doing, about what you're not doing. Because when you're talking to yourself, it ain't all peaches and cream. It ain't all sweetness. You got to get the sour too, you know. Sour and sweetness taste good together. I don't know how y'all taste bugs or fixed up. But I've found that sweet and salty, y'all taste some sweet and salty stuff, right? This is popcorn. Okay, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna go there, but sweet and salty kind of blends together very, very tastefully. It has a very savory taste to it. You wouldn't think so, but so you got to take the salty or the sour with the sweet. So you have to be completely transparent with yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly. All about falling in love with yourself. And when you fall in love with yourself, I think you have to fall in love with the not so cute things. The insecurities that we all have. Whether or not my eyes are open the same. whether or not the skin is okay for the night. Hands always ashy. Listen, 'cause I wash my hands 50 million times a day. She's a healthcare professional, and so washing my hands is my life. Definitely lots of experiences with that. But anywho, guys, you gotta be real with yourself. Be completely 100. And so when you're having them conversations, like, do you guys honestly like be for real with yourself and say, outside of being a mom or a dad or a friend, because sometimes you don't want to be friends, you don't want to be sisters or brothers with whoever. Like it's literally just about sitting with yourself. And it is okay to like block everybody. Because let's be honest, a lot of times the people that we appreciate the most and love the most, the ones we do think about and experience the most, are the ones who sometimes don't appreciate us. Sips tea. I'm just saying. And these are things that we can do. Do y'all say those things to yourself? Like be open and honest for real, for real. Even sometimes things that you can't say out loud. Listen, I'm a fan about speaking your mind and being completely transparent with folks as well as yourself. So why not with folks? But there's just some things you just don't say because maybe it's not nice to say, or because it's not of you to say, like in that moment. Like that's not something that you want to experience. Like you're already experiencing a feeling, you're already experiencing that a person or that situation. Like hold your responses sometimes. Sometimes it's just better to say nothing. And then other times your silence speaks volumes. It does. It says everything that needs to be said. So i.e., when you guys with yourself, like for real, do you say the heck with them kids, the heck with the parents, the heck with the friends, the heck with the job, like for real? Because when you're sitting with yourself, you're only supposed to think about yourself. You're only supposed to be feeling yourself. You're only supposed to be thinking about yourself, talking to yourself, like thinking about things that you want, where you want to be at, like because you guys realize that in order for an experience to happen to you, you have to be included. So it all starts with you. So it is technically all about self anyway in that moment. Granted, if there's two of us having a conversation, right? I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing from this conversation or the situation. Maybe we're going, on an adventure, but it's just me and this person, right? Me and my friend. And it's me and my friend, and we're talking, and we're eating, and we're going to places, and we're experiencing things. But in that moment, it's still just me, because what I'm feeling, when I'm experiencing, although we're together doing the same things, it's not the same thing that my friend might be experiencing. Like that's y'all. You realize that it's two separate experiences. I don't know. I think if you have more conversations with yourself, you'll realize that. You'll notice that no two people even experiencing the same things have the same experience. Duh, right? That's kind of like common sense in a sense. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe to me, everything ain't common. All common sense ain't common. Okay, okay. Enough of the. We don't throw shade over here. We just throw a little salt sometimes to go with that sugar that we always throwing. Cause but for real, guys, like have a conversation with yourself. Tell yourself like the things that you want to do. Like make sure that it has nothing to do with no one else, nothing else. Like just simply you. Like completely you. Like, I don't know. And I've learned to do my breathing, right? And something else that self should be doing, right? It's just me and you right now tonight. So it's okay. Like just yeah, let's just try this exercise, right? Just breathe with me. Just try it out. Just breathe with me, right? Yeah, you. Come on, let's go. So we're gonna take a deep breath in, right? And then we're gonna hold it a little bit. Not we're gonna kind of just do it twice, but just follow me. Just follow me. Close your eyes. Relax. Deep breath in. Some more. Breathe out of your mouth. Like, that is proper breathing. You guys, if you don't do it, and I think it's 2023, a lot of us should already know to talk to self, to have conversations with self, to take that time with self, and breathing is part of it. And, you know, but anyway, medically speaking, breathing is healthy for you. Proper breathing. So many benefits to it. But anywho, it gets you in a space of thinking about yourself. And I have this thing where I like to do it outside when the sun is shining, especially in the mornings. Like, and I just take my breaths and I close my eyes, and it is a world all by myself. Like, I know that'll never happen, right? So it's okay for us to think about things or vision things that, but in that moment when I see me, when I close my eyes and I take those deep breaths, it is just me. It is almost like I've heard a lot of adults or grown-ups say, when the kids leave the house, or married couples say, when we get the kids out of the house, like, it's going to be so free. Like, we get to run around the house in our birthday suits, and have fun all the time. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, I'm not a parent in that moment. I'm not a daughter in that moment. Listen, I'm not a friend in that moment. Definitely not an employee, not even a business owner in that moment. In that moment, I'm just self. And it feels so good to remind myself that I can quiet out the noise of this world and just be with myself. I think selfish moments are deserved every day, every single day, because we have to go out and we have to experience, even when we're in the house, like working remotely, like we always have to deal with people. And I've gotten so much better with people. Like, I have the biggest, I have the biggest heart, but it is a conversation with self, right? And it's just you, right? And you're having a conversation with yourself. Let's chop it up real quick, real quick. I used to be like, I have a big heart, so I love people, but I do not like people a lot of times. And I used to always say, like, I cannot wait to move to Mars alone or wherever, you know. Nowadays, I think I'm going to stay here, nice soil, that I can see, where I can be reachable if possible. But, just give me my island, or my secluded estate, privacy, possibly, just have packages drop down from the sky, blindfolded if possible. Maybe the pilot, we have to have him sign NDAs and stuff about their location. Um, but anywho, like, guys, try that stuff. Like, have conversations with yourself. We come here, or I come here every week, twice a week, most times with guests, to talk about things or address experiences that are addressed life and process life that we've all experienced, right? Together, to get fresh perspectives, because each of us have our own experiences with people, places, and things. And so I just want to remind you that, you know, have those conversations with yourself. Check in with yourself. Okay it with yourself. Like, in the midst of those events, those people, places, and things, like, take a brief second, even if you got to close your eyes and breathe in a moment in the middle of a conversation with somebody. Some of us need to practice that a lot, because sometimes communication with other folks can, you know, we hit it, we having conversation with self, so we can be completely honest. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm never, nope, not, I will not refer to myself as that. Or you guys. So, what I was saying is, like, okay it with yourself. Okay that moment. Make sure that in the midst of that conversation, like, before you even respond, like, have that moment with yourself a quick, brief mental conversation with yourself to see if you're even okay responding to this, if you're even okay continuing on with this experience. Because remember, this experience is going to be a memory at some point. Matter of fact, it's going to be a memory 30 minutes later. And you hate to be sitting somewhere 30 minutes later, either regretting what you said or trying to figure out why you ain't said more. I never said that, if I said that sometimes it requires you to say nothing, I'm sure sometimes it requires you to say more. Let's be honest here. So, guys, I think that is, just wanted to come by and have a conversation with you. Because hopefully, again, when you find this message, this is not a motivational speech. It is not an inspirational monologue. It is simply a conversation with myself, with you, because you're now having a conversation with yourself. You're thinking about what you're allowing and not allowing. You're thinking about the fact that you had to do what you had to do. And granted, we got to do what we got to do in this life because we got to experience the things that we've experienced or the things that we've collected among our valuables, our families and loved ones. So because we still have to do what we have to do what you got to do and make sure that it's okay with you. You, yes, you, my darling. So, my kings and my queens, adjusting the crown, not the hair. Ooh, I love me. Listen, I'm loving me more and more. Like them conversations with self, everything. This was definitely not just a conversation with self. Like I had to kind of still talk to you guys and experience things with you because you're here with me on this wonderful Wednesday evening, depending on what part of the world you're tuning in from. My subscribers, yes. And for you, the one who's definitely taking enjoyment in this conversation because you didn't realize that you could be selfish, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's more to come. Definitely. So, you guys, it has been my pleasure to come by and have a conversation with you guys, address ourselves, process who we are as ourselves, and digest it by ourselves. So, until next time, continue to be your great self because you are. I love you guys. Fingers together, never separate because we're doing this together, right? Shouts to I cannot wait to have a special guest on for you guys. But anywho, night or good morning or yeah, later.